What if the healthy walnuts you eat every morning are quietly raising your blood pressure instead of lowering it? If you're over 65 and making this common mistake, your heart could be at risk right now. Walnuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and plant-based protein. Doctors recommend them for brain health and heart protection. For seniors, they seem like the perfect food. And in many ways, they are. Studies show that eating walnuts regularly can lower cholesterol, reduce inflammation, and improve memory. According to research from Harvard Medical School, adults who ate walnuts 2 to 3 times per week had a 15% lower risk of heart disease. That's powerful protection, especially after 60. But here's what most seniors don't realize. Even something as healthy as walnuts can turn against you when eaten at the wrong times, paired poorly with other foods, or prepared incorrectly. For older adults whose digestion is slower and whose kidneys and heart need extra care, these mistakes have a bigger impact than you might think. I've helped seniors use food as medicine for over 20 years, and I've seen patients who believed walnuts were strengthening their hearts, only to discover that small errors were draining their energy, raising their blood pressure, or upsetting their digestion. Today we're uncovering the 10 dangerous mistakes seniors make with walnuts. Mistakes you may be making right now without realizing it. By the end, you'll know exactly how to enjoy walnuts the right way, so they sharpen your memory, protect your heart, and strengthen your body. Let's dive into the very first mistake. Mistake number 1: frying or roasting walnuts at high temperatures. Many seniors love tossing walnuts in a hot pan with butter or buying pre-roasted walnuts from the store because they taste richer and crunchier. It feels like the same healthy nut, just tastier. But here's the danger. When walnuts are exposed to high heat, they lose the very nutrition that makes them powerful. Walnuts contain delicate omega-3 fats that reduce inflammation, support memory, and protect the heart. But studies in the Journal of Food Science show that roasting walnuts above 360 degrees Fahrenheit causes omega-3 seconds to break down into harmful compounds. Instead of protecting your arteries, these damaged fats actually irritate blood vessels and raise inflammation. High heat also destroys antioxidant power. Polyphenols, the compounds that fight aging and cell damage, can drop by nearly 30% when exposed to roasting temperatures too long. And walnuts roasted until dark form harmful aging compounds linked to stiffer joints and memory decline. For seniors already facing oxidative stress, these changes matter. I remember a 70-year-old patient who roasted walnuts every weekend at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, then stored them for the week. Despite eating walnuts daily, his cholesterol stayed high and his joints ached. Once he switched to raw walnuts and gently toasting them at low heat, his cholesterol dropped within months and his energy returned. Here's the solution. Toast walnuts in the oven at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes, just until fragrant. Stir them halfway to avoid burning. This keeps their oils intact while bringing out flavor. And whenever possible, enjoy walnuts raw. They deliver the full package of omega-3 seconds, antioxidants, and minerals just as nature designed. Remember, gentle preparation preserves strength. Too much heat quietly takes it away. Mistake number 2: grinding walnuts ahead of time and storing them too long. For many seniors, grinding walnuts into powder feels smart. It makes them easier to chew and add to oatmeal or smoothies. Some prepare a big jar to keep in the kitchen for weeks. It seems practical, but here's the problem. Once walnuts are ground, their oils are exposed to air, light, and heat, and they spoil much faster than whole nuts. Walnuts are rich in delicate, healthy fats, especially omega-3 seconds. When the protective shell is broken, oxygen reacts with the oils, leading to spoiling, like rust forming on metal. The result is rancid fats that taste bitter and cause inflammation in the body. A study in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that ground walnuts stored at room temperature lost significant antioxidant activity within just 1 week. I once worked with a 6-8-year-old who blended a large batch monthly and kept the powder in a jar on her counter. She sprinkled it on cereal every morning, but often complained of stomach discomfort and noticed a bitter taste. When we tested her jar, the oils had gone rancid, After switching to freshly chopped walnuts and storing extras in the freezer, her digestion improved. As walnuts go rancid, they form toxic spoilage chemicals linked to oxidative stress and chronic disease risk. Seniors with naturally weaker liver detoxification are especially vulnerable. So, here's the solution. Grind only the amount you'll use in 3 to 4 days. Store them in an airtight container in the freezer to slow oxidation. Always check for bitterness or off odors, which signal the oils have turned. Whenever possible, choose whole walnuts. Their natural shell and skin protect the delicate fats far better than any jar can. Remember, freshness matters just as much as quantity. Mistake number 3, eating walnuts right after exercise without adding protein. After finishing a walk, yoga, or light strength training, many seniors reach for walnuts as a quick recovery snack. Walnuts are healthy and easy to carry. But here's the mistake. Eating only walnuts after exercise doesn't give your muscles the nutrients they need to recover and grow stronger. Walnuts are rich in healthy fats and contain some protein, but not enough of the essential amino acids your muscles require after physical activity. When you exercise, especially after age 60, your muscles undergo small tears that need complete protein to repair and rebuild. Research from the Journal of the International Society of Sports Nutrition shows that seniors need around 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein after exercise to maximize muscle repair. Walnuts provide only about 4 grams per ounce, and it's incomplete protein. I recall a 6-7-year-old who started light resistance training to protect his bones. After every workout, he ate a handful of walnuts, thinking it was perfect fuel. But after months, instead of getting stronger, he felt weaker and noticed more leg soreness. When we added Greek yogurt with his walnuts, providing both complete protein and healthy fats, his recovery improved dramatically. The solution isn't to stop eating walnuts after exercise, but to pair them wisely. Combine 1 ounce of walnuts with protein-rich foods like eggs, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or a protein smoothie. Eat within 30 minutes after finishing your workout. This gives you anti-inflammatory omega-3 seconds from walnuts plus the amino acids your muscles need. For seniors especially, this combination supports recovery and helps fight muscle loss with age. Remember, it's not just what you eat, but what you combine it with that makes the difference. Mistake number 4, eating too many walnuts with kidney problems. Walnuts are praised for their potassium, phosphorus, and magnesium, minerals that help the heart beat steadily and keep bones strong. For most people, these are good things. But for seniors living with kidney disease, eating too many walnuts can quietly turn dangerous. Healthy kidneys filter excess potassium and phosphorus from the blood. But in chronic kidney disease, those filters don't work as well. Walnuts are high in both minerals. 1 ounce contains about 125 milligrams of phosphorus and 125 milligrams of potassium. If the kidneys can't clear these efficiently, they build up in the bloodstream. Too much potassium can lead to dangerous potassium buildup, a condition that may cause muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, or even sudden cardiac arrest. Excess phosphorus weakens bones and contributes to artery calcification, raising heart risk even further. I once counseled a 72-year-old with stage 3 kidney disease. He started snacking on 2 handfuls of walnuts daily because he'd read they were heart healthy. Within months, his lab tests showed elevated potassium and phosphorus. He began experiencing fatigue and heart palpitations. His kidney doctor advised him to cut back, and once he did, his symptoms eased and his lab numbers stabilized. The National Kidney Foundation warns that nuts should be eaten sparingly in people with kidney disease due to their mineral load. If you have kidney disease, you don't have to avoid walnuts completely. But portion control is essential. Stick to a small handful once or twice a week rather than daily. Balance walnuts with lower potassium, kidney-friendly foods like apples or grapes. And always check with your doctor to see how walnuts fit into your individual care plan. Remember, the right food for one person can be the wrong food for another, especially when kidneys need extra care. Mistake number 5, pairing walnuts with diet soda. Many seniors reach for walnuts as a healthy snack, but wash them down with diet soda, thinking it's smart. No sugar, no calories. What could go wrong? But here's the truth. Pairing walnuts with diet soda can undo many of the health benefits walnuts provide. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants that reduce inflammation and protect the heart. Diet sodas are filled with artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose. Research in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology shows that frequent consumption of artificial sweeteners is linked to higher risks of heart disease, weight gain, and type 2 diabetes, exactly the conditions walnuts help prevent. When consumed together, the benefits of walnuts can be blunted. Artificial sweeteners may disrupt the gut microbiome, reducing absorption of antioxidants and healthy fats. I recall a 6-9-year-old who kept walnuts in her purse. Every afternoon, she'd snack on a handful with Diet Cola, believing it was perfect. But over time, she experienced bloating, cravings for sweets, and rising blood sugar. When she replaced the soda with sparkling water flavored with lemon, she noticed fewer cravings, better digestion, and improved energy. Studies suggest artificial sweeteners trick the brain into expecting sugar. When no calories arrive, the body craves more food later, leading to overeating. This cancels out the fullness effect walnuts normally provide. So, pair walnuts with drinks that support their benefits. Try water with citrus, unsweetened herbal tea, or plain sparkling water. These options hydrate the body, aid digestion, and let walnuts nourish your heart and brain. Remember, it's not just what you eat, it's also what you drink with it that shapes your health. Mistake number 6. Eating many walnuts without getting enough vitamin C. Walnuts are famous for their healthy fats and antioxidants. But here's something many seniors don't realize. If you eat a lot of walnuts without also getting enough vitamin C, you may not be getting the full benefits, and you could even increase oxidative stress in your body. Walnuts are rich in delicate, healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids. While these fats protect the heart and brain, they're also highly prone to spoiling, a process where fats become unstable and produce harmful free radicals. Normally, antioxidants like vitamin C neutralize these free radicals. But if your vitamin C intake is low, the fats in walnuts can actually contribute to inflammation rather than reduce it. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that vitamin C plays a key role in protecting these fats from damage inside the body. I remember a 7-1-year-old who ate walnuts daily as his main snack. He avoided fruit because it upset his stomach, so his diet was low in vitamin C. Over time, he experienced frequent fatigue and noticed his skin bruised easily. When his doctor checked, his vitamin C levels were borderline deficient. After adding simple sources like bell peppers and strawberries alongside his walnuts, his energy improved and his blood pressure became steadier. The combination of walnuts and vitamin C is especially important for seniors since aging naturally reduces antioxidant defenses. Without enough vitamin C, the balance tips toward oxidative stress, linked to faster aging, joint pain, and higher heart disease risk. So if you enjoy walnuts daily, make sure you're also eating vitamin C-rich foods. Pair walnuts with citrus fruits, berries, kiwi, or a small glass of orange juice if it doesn't interfere with medications. This way, you're not only enjoying healthy fats, you're protecting them. Remember, even the best foods need the right allies to unlock their full power. Mistake number 7, cooking walnuts too long in porridge. Oatmeal, or porridge, is one of the most common breakfasts for seniors. Warm, filling, and easy to digest. Many love to add walnuts for extra crunch and heart-healthy fats. But here's the mistake. If you cook walnuts directly in porridge for too long, much of their nutrition gets lost before they reach your plate. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids and antioxidants like polyphenols, but both are highly sensitive to heat. When walnuts simmer in hot porridge for 20 to 30 minutes, the oils begin to break down. Research in the Journal of Food Science shows that prolonged cooking can reduce antioxidant activity in walnuts by over 40%. What starts as a superfood ends up as little more than filler. I worked with a 7-0-year-old who made oatmeal every morning with walnuts cooked right into the pot. She thought she was boosting her heart health, but her cholesterol numbers weren't improving. When we reviewed her routine, the issue was clear. Her walnuts were being overcooked. Once she switched to sprinkling raw or lightly toasted walnuts on top after cooking, her cholesterol dropped and she felt more energetic. Overcooking also affects taste and texture. Walnuts boiled in porridge lose their crunch, becoming soft and sometimes bitter. So cook your oatmeal as usual, then add walnuts at the end, just before serving. This way, they keep their crunch and preserve their healthy fats and antioxidants. If you prefer them warm, lightly toast walnuts in a pan for a few minutes and then mix them in. Remember, timing matters. Add walnuts at the right moment and they'll work with your porridge, not against it. Mistake number 8. Taking walnut oil capsules instead of eating whole walnuts. In today's world of supplements, it's easy to believe that a pill can replace real food. Many seniors see walnut oil capsules at the pharmacy and think, why bother chewing nuts when I can just swallow the oil? It seems convenient, especially if chewing is difficult. But here's the truth. Walnut oil capsules are not the same as eating the whole nut. Walnuts are more than just their oil. Yes, the oil contains omega-3 fatty acids important for heart and brain health, but whole walnuts also deliver fiber, protein, polyphenols, magnesium, and vitamin E, all of which work together in ways a capsule can't replicate. Fiber supports digestion and blood sugar control. Protein helps preserve muscle mass after zestage. Polyphenols are powerful antioxidants that fight inflammation and aging. Walnut oil capsules give you the fat, but none of these extras. I once counseled a 4-year-old who started taking walnut oil supplements daily instead of eating nuts. He believed he was protecting his heart while avoiding the hassle of chewing. But after 6 months, he noticed constipation, lower energy, and no improvement in his cholesterol. When he switched back to eating a small handful of whole walnuts several times a week, his digestion improved, and his blood work finally showed progress. A study in the British Journal of Nutrition compared people who ate whole walnuts to those who consumed walnut oil. The walnut group showed greater improvements in cholesterol and blood vessel function, suggesting that the fiber and polyphenols in the nut itself played a crucial role. So, if you truly can't chew nuts, blend walnuts into smoothies, crush them into oatmeal, or choose nut butters made from pure walnuts. Remember, walnuts work best in their natural whole form. Capsules may seem convenient, but they leave out the fiber, protein, and antioxidants that make walnuts a true superfood. Mistake number 9. Drinking packaged walnut milk, loaded with sugar. Plant-based milks have become very popular, and walnut milk is often marketed as a heart-healthy alternative. The idea sounds perfect. All the goodness of walnuts in a creamy, easy-to-digest drink. Many seniors buy cartons thinking it's the same as eating nuts. But here's the hidden trap. Most packaged walnut milks on supermarket shelves are filled with added sugars and thickeners that cancel out the health benefits. 1 cup of sweetened walnut milk can contain 10 to 15 grams of added sugar, nearly the same as a cookie. For seniors managing diabetes, high blood pressure, or heart disease, that sugar spike can be especially dangerous. Instead of lowering inflammation, it raises blood sugar, triggers insulin spikes, and adds empty calories that may lead to weight gain. I remember a 70-year-old who switched from dairy milk to walnut milk because she wanted to protect her heart. She proudly drank 2 glasses a day. But at her next checkup, her blood sugar had crept into the pre-diabetic range. When we looked at her carton, the label revealed 12 grams of added sugar per serving. Once she switched to unsweetened walnut milk and paired it with whole walnuts for fiber, her blood sugar stabilized. There's also the issue of nutrient dilution. Commercial walnut milk often contains very little actual walnut, sometimes less than 5% of the drink. The rest is water, sugar, gums, and stabilizers. That means you're not getting the full dose of omega-3 seconds, protein, or antioxidants you would from eating real walnuts. A study in the Journal of Food Composition and Analysis found that many nut milks were significantly lower in protein and nutrients than the nuts themselves. If you enjoy walnut milk, choose the unsweetened version. Better yet, make your own at home by blending fresh walnuts with water and straining. It's fresher, richer in nutrients, and free from hidden sugars. And remember, nothing replaces eating whole walnuts for fiber and antioxidants. Always check the label, because what looks healthy on the front may tell a very different story on the back. Mistake number 10. Eating walnuts in the shell without proper cleaning. Many seniors enjoy cracking walnuts straight from the shell. It feels natural, even nostalgic. Whole walnuts also tend to be cheaper and stay fresh longer than shelled ones. But here's the hidden danger. If walnuts in the shell are not properly cleaned, they can carry dust, mold, or bacteria that quietly harm your health. Walnut shells are porous and often stored in bulk bins or warehouses. During this time, they can collect dust, soil, and even fungal spores. One of the biggest concerns is Aspergillus mold, which can produce aflatoxins, toxins linked to liver damage and a higher risk of cancer. While aflatoxin contamination is rare in the US, it can still happen, especially if walnuts are stored in warm, humid conditions. There's also the risk of bacterial contamination. Walnuts in the shell may come into contact with dirt or animal droppings during harvesting. If not cleaned properly, cracking the nut can transfer bacteria like E. coli or Salmonella from the shell surface to the edible nut inside. I recall a 7-3-year-old who loved cracking walnuts in front of the TV. He rarely washed them, assuming the shell was just for protection. One winter, he developed a severe stomach infection after eating unwashed walnuts from a bulk bag. His doctor traced it back to bacterial contamination. Since then, he always washes and dries walnuts in the shell before cracking. So if you enjoy walnuts in the shell, make sure to wash them thoroughly under running water and dry them completely before storing. Keep them in a cool, dry place to prevent mold growth. Avoid nuts that look shriveled, discolored, or have a musty odor. And when in doubt, choose shelled walnuts from sealed packages, which are usually processed under stricter food safety standards. Remember, sometimes it's not the nut itself, but what comes with it that poses the greatest danger. Today we've taken a deep look at walnuts, one of the most celebrated superfoods for seniors. We discovered that while walnuts can truly protect your heart, sharpen your memory, and keep your joints strong, small mistakes in how you prepare them, store them, or combine them with other foods can quietly take away their benefits or even put your health at risk. The most dangerous mistakes? Roasting at high heat damages delicate omega-3 oils. Eating too many with kidney disease can strain your body and raise potassium to dangerous levels. And pairing walnuts with diet soda or skipping vitamin C reduces their protective power. But here's the good news. None of this means you need to give up walnuts. With simple changes, gentle roasting, fresh storage, balanced pairings, and mindful portions, you can enjoy all the benefits without the risks. Walnuts are still one of the best foods nature has given us, especially for seniors, as long as we enjoy them the right way. Small adjustments make a big difference. If you found this helpful, join our community here at SeniorForge 365. Every week, I share simple, science-based tips to help you stay strong, independent, and full of vitality after 60. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, and share this with a friend who also loves walnuts. Remember, it's not just about what you eat. It's about eating smart with care and balance that keeps you healthy for years to come.